As much as I respect our law enforcement, justice system, and rule of law and order, I understand that it is flawed, because it is only an institution composed of people, and people are not perfect. All it takes is a few bad eggs to make the entire institution look bad, or just a few bad incidents that chip away at its reputation. Nowadays, I believe that at the top, the institution has slowly created a culture of political bias in favor of the left that has greatly affected how its wheels turn. These officials are hiding behind a front of American traditional values, such as patriotism, freedom, and liberty, while doing whatever they want without much regard for ethics and the law. They have only been able to hide so much of their behavior for so long. In the public's eyes, the institution has taken a significant hit to its reputation and will have a difficult time rebuilding it back, especially if it continues down its same path. Recently, we have seen the Durham report lay out direct evidence of their corruption. After a multi-year investigation, the report showed how leaders within the Department of Justice and FBI colluded with Democratic campaign officials to craft fake evidence to target Democrat opposition. Yet, like it always seems to happen, nothing has come of it. Those in charge were not held accountable for anything. Yes, it does hurt their reputation, but if there are no other consequences, their behavior will not change. The FBI claims they have made changes regarding some of their policies to prevent anything similar from happening again in the future, but it is not like anybody actually believes they have been or will play by the book. Less than just a month after the release of this report, the DOJ was again caught potentially meddling around in an attempt to influence the result of an upcoming election. The meddling I'm referring to is that in the West Virginia U.S. Senate race. The current West Virginia senator is Joe Manchin. He is unique because he is a Democrat in a deep red state. Many believe he has held onto his seat, which he has held since 2010, because of his moderate reputation and notoriety from holding political office within West Virginia state politics since 1982. But with West Virginia's conservative underpinnings and the current change of tides within the Democrat Party towards more left-leaning politics, Manchin appears to be more at risk of losing his seat than he ever has before. As of the time of this video, one poll has been issued that puts Manchin up against the state's current governor, Jim Justice, who has declared his candidacy as a Republican. The poll has Justice up a whopping 22 percentage points. Now, the Democrats hold a razor-thin majority in the U.S. Senate with a 51-49 margin. So they know they need to hold on to every single seat possible to maintain their majority, and they are willing to go no holds barred to do so. When the DOJ butts their head into where it should not be, they do not typically come out and do it so brazenly. They do it in a way that gives them an out to explain away their actions. They find something that looks legitimate on its surface, but once you look deeper, you will find red flags that make you question their intent. In this case, the DOJ filed a lawsuit against Justice's family's coal company. What is suspicious is that they state that they have been in communications with the company for 5 years to fix violations, but did not decide to go through with a lawsuit until shortly after Justice declares his candidacy. Maybe there is a real case here, but you still must consider whether they were targeted. Were they looked into because the DOJ was trying to find something? With their limited time and resources, did the DOJ drop investigating other things so they could do a fishing expedition against Justice? Did the company's violations meet the threshold for further action? Or are they in line with the industry standard? Are the laws they allegedly broke serious laws? Or are they just inflated charges to make Justice appear like some out-of-touch, anti-environment coal tycoon that has no concern for the health and well-being of those who inhale the fumes of his operations? There are, as you can see, many questions we must ask before drawing conclusions in any direction. But based on the recent history of the DOJ, I am not going to give them the benefit of the doubt. It is possible they are utilizing intimidation tactics, where they use the power of the federal government to push people around, to insinuate to them that they need to keep in line with whatever the government wants. Even the fact that a lawsuit involving justice is ongoing provides the Democrats an opportunity to use it in their campaign messaging. It is essentially a gift to help them spread propaganda, something that the DOJ has worked to censor in tandem with big social media companies, but only if the so-called propaganda is true and makes the Democrats look bad. Over time, we will have to keep up with this story. It is possible that the justice's family company will settle to avoid legal costs, even though they know they are not guilty. If they do this, the DOJ grants the Democrats a win, because they will be able to say, hey, look, Jim Justice is corrupt. He had to pay out for such and such crimes because of his disregard for what America holds near and dear to its heart. And if this lawsuit ends up being a scheme and it does not sink justice, I would not put it by this administration to play further games to manipulate the election results. Thank you for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe, comment, and share this video. This is the Agency of Influence.